All right, family.
Yeah.
Man,
This was a fucked up story, man.
I
So
know,
Darien
fellas.
Harris was
I know. Go
free
ahead, man.
from
somebody
like,
give him the backstory.
yeah, they gave this brother football numbers
Yeah.
for allegedly killing a man in carjacking. They relied on a legally blind
testimony.
man's
Yeah.
witness testimony
Eyewitness.
to put this man behind bars. Yeah, eyewitness testimony.
But you
12
know,
years. He just got out. Finally, he celebrated, this past weekend, Christmas, first Christmas in over 12 years with his family.
let me say this, man.
Go ahead.
I have never wished ill. I think maybe I have. I don't know. Or let me just say this. You don't want to talk about people that's disabled, but the guy, they spoke to the witness, and this guy is a real piece of shit. It was another brother who was blind, and all he had to say is, that ain't the police's fault. They didn't know I was blind. I didn't have to tell them I was blind. So you didn't have to tell them you were fucking blind.
And you point out folks.
And you point out folks in the lineup. You piece of shit.
Come on, man. He probably didn't want to lose his driver's license. You know, he drove there legally blind and got carjacked.
Listen, man. Listen. You put another brother behind that wall, knowing we all know would go. Hell, we don't know, but I'm pretty sure. Well, no, we do, because shit man is out here telling stories about duty.
Yeah.
The booty warrior.
Right. And you put a young blood behind jail, and the best you have to give is I didn't have to tell nobody. They didn't know. It's not their fault. Okay, you partially correct, but you still a piece of shit for that. You still a piece of shit for that. Like
12 years, man.
I hope your life is 12 times harder than what it was before we found that shit out, man. That's fucked up. That's fuck. And again, we keep seeing these brothers get out after 12, 20, 40 years, man. Over some, and it's always some janky shit. Oh, the evidence got lost, misfiled. The file fell behind the fucking desk.
Yeah.
And somebody moved it to clean it, and now the evidence, and then this shit. So, and here's the other problem with this janky evidence. I think this governor in New York, Kathy Hochul, she vetoed a bill that would allow people charged with a crime to have their cases retried or some shit like that. So if they wanted to present new evidence, it has to be DNA evidence to get these cases retried. If it's anything else, she vetoed the shit. It can't happen. And so let's just say this young man, this was in New York. I don't know where it's at, but let's just say this happened, and she had signed that bill, and they said, "Hey, man, we got new evidence. The motherfucking witness is blind as a fucking bat."
It ain't DNA.
Nope, it ain't DNA.
Yeah. Like I said, we keep seeing it time and time again, and they already did. I don't know if you guys seen that that one example where the one attorney did that study on how terrible eyewitness testimony is.
Yeah,
like they could pick out one person one day and pick out somebody completely different the next day.
Right.
A college professor went in there and had his students do that test and was like, okay, now look at this person and now just turn around and describe them to so and so. Fucked it all up, and that was just somebody who didn't have who wasn't legally blind, and they went off this dude's testimony, and it was like, and I think old boy was at home, but he got picked out.
Right, he was at home with his family.
Yeah, and got picked out and had to do shit. 12 years.
And the sad thing is, man, again, just over 2/3 of the people that were exonerated due to the Innocence Project are fucking black men.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And people,
we don't have the resources to fight cases. We get the public pretender, to defend.
There you go. There you go.
And that's it. You lost in the sauce. He had to do 12 years. I'm sure if his family had a couple dollars, they could be like, hold on, time out. We got a couple dollars. We can get somebody to defend him and show him that he was at the crib. And then, you got to pay for all that shit. But go ahead.
And then they said that, a lot of these cats that's taking this time, taking these plea deals, are doing it because they're afraid that they're going to lose in trial. So they just feel like that the public defender or the district attorney is giving them the best deal that they can get. It's fucked up, man. And then you see these videos where these motherfuckers be fighting the police, and when it's one of ours, something tragic is bound to happen.
Yep.
But to see a blind black motherfucker, they literally let Clayton Bigsby be a witness in this young man's fucking trial.
Guilty. Done. You got
Right.
to do it a dime plus 2.
Right. Fucking bastard.
Yeah. Like I said, I was going through stuff, looking for ideas, and then I was going through and I was like, okay, we're doing movies that's coming out. Then I just happened to come across this and was like, I got to throw it up to the fellas, and because it was just so blatant. Like, this motherfucker's legally blind and he's the eyewitness.
Right.
Come on, man. 12 years.
I thought it was a joke.
12 years. Ain't no joke. Like I said, this is the shit they doing.
That's
This
our
ain't no
legal
joke.
system, man. I mean,
Right.
where it is actually based on profit, and they guarantee permanent, 100% occupancy.
Yep.
Yeah.
110% sometimes.
I feel like
Just
the only
because
way
it's based on profits.
I feel like the only way they can make this shit right is by putting that blind motherfucking general population for the same amount of time that this young blood was locked up, and take his candy cane stick
Take his
away.
manhood. Oh, they
Had that motherfucker.
This is our last PSA for the 2023 year,
Right.
Fellas. In the literal term, folks, stay woke.
Stay woke, baby. I don't
Stay
give a
woke
fuck
because-
what they say.
Yeah, this shit we could get jammed up real smooth, on some bullshit. Even you're not even there. And a blind man,
And the blind
yeah,
motherfucker.
him, a blind motherfucker point you out.
Benny, point your ass out. You blind motherfucker.
he pointed that cane at him. It was him.
It was
him and the
him.
dog agreed on it.
Right.
It's like, that's the dude who brought our sandwiches. What are you doing, Benny? That's the guy, the delivery guy. He just came in here to deliver the sandwiches. He did it. Yeah, that's him.
What's the name of the confidential
Lock him
informant? Benny Wilson, aka Snake Eyes. I'm Benny Snake Eyes Wilson. I can
This
spot a
nigga calling
suspect
this shit.
from 15 miles away. You
This is
blind
3
motherfucker.
PMD's last PSA of the year, man.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all the way fucked up.
Hey, like Jersey always says, nigga means guilty.
There you go. In every language.
Every single language. All right, man. That shit was depressing.
Yeah,
God,
man.
that was
Hey, man.
fucking
Hey, Mr. Harris, man. If somebody show you this, man. Hey, man. Shout out to you, man. I hope you land on your feet, man.
Yeah.
And I hope you and your family had a good reunion, a good holiday. I'm sorry this happened to you, young.
Welcome home.
Welcome home,
Fucking crazy.
blind motherfucker,
Yeah.
Benny.
Benny then pointed you out.
Right.